Sound check.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, that was probably Ken.
Yeah, that was probably Ken.
Colton?
Yeah.
Well, we know Ken's
Damn
there.
it, mute yourself.
And we know Ken is coming from a second location.
Sounds like the dentist.
That's not going to get out of my head.
I keep one of those just in my back room. You know. Dentist.
We don't talk about back rooms anymore.
The rear, you say?
Parking in rear? Oh.
Things you can say about your house, but not your girlfriend.
I don't have a girlfriend, so...
I don't either.
Well, it's 2019. It's fine. Kevin.
Why do you think I play D&D?
Hey, we're all dead inside.
Hey,
It's like, wait, Ken's married. Yeah, I know what I said.
I'm happily married. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Makes one
Oh,
of you. What?
That has nothing to do with this anymore.
I realize now that you said happily, but I definitely first heard halfway. So I'm halfway. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it turns out the paperwork didn't work through, but we also consummated the marriage. So
So you know her. Biblically.
I don't understand.
just not paperwork wise.
Okay, so nobody has any secret plans to leave it in like an hour to go to a movie or something, right?
No, I'm sorry.
Family is difficult sometimes. I don't blame you. I blame your mother.
So do I. I blame her for a lot of things.
Yep. We just blame our parents for everything. Isn't that what this generation does?
I'm going through my character sheet, and I
Did you-
forgot that when I added Tugboat's characters in the party, I wrote Turtle Boy and Dire Bun Bun. Totally forgot about that. That makes me happy.
I played a level 14 one-shot this last weekend. My DM seriously considered throwing a beholder at us, but he changed his mind and threw something else. I'll tell you about it later.
A black dragon?
Maybe.
An ancient silver dragon.
Worth it.
There was a Phoenix Sorcerer Fairy. It was wonderful. But returning to where your group of holy warriors and nature defenders left off, let's see.
A response unless you call us the
You are not the Amen because you are not 100% clerics.
We ended on me trying to decide what my roles were going.
She was turning into a dragon, is what was happening.
Oh yeah.
What? What?
So, to summarize, since there's a couple of different perspectives on what went on, when you entered the lair where a black dragon had once resided, you fought what appeared to be a beholder. However, after Seward sicked a couple of direwolves on it, and you were able to overcome a very powerful suggestion spell to fight it, you were able to beat down the creature until its illusion faded, revealing a very badly injured mage who seems most concerned about the fact that you brought a young woman with you, the civilian Tamisra, who you met at the village, who's been having nightmares. Tamisra, meanwhile, has been looking more and more distressed and even physically ill, although there hasn't been any physical observable cause for her symptoms. And I believe you left off on Dovikin's turn in the initiative.
Probably.
Yes.
Well, I was trying to ask about high or low, so it was my wolf's turn. Because I was asking high or low to Cody, and then when I lost him.
Trying to decide what your wolves were doing on their turn.
Right.
That sounds about right.
Because I had instructed them to attack it, but then the illusion faded. So I was trying to decide whether or not they would continue attacking the mage that was underneath the image, or if they would stop because they no longer hold it. So,
All right.
That was a lot of feedback.
So, have you reached a conclusion about the action your dire wolves are taking?
they don't give a fuck that the image went away, so they're going to attack him.
Okay. I believe with pack tactics, they have advantage.
That's right, I forgot about that. I do not have the dire wolf statistics pulled up right now.
I can.
One rolled a 7 and the other rolled a 13. And then
They get +5s to hit, so both of those are going to hit. 2d6 plus 3 per bite.
$13 for the first one.
Ooh, he unconscious.
6
Was he attacking the mage?
Yes.
Okay.
When the dire wolves attack the mage, he's already in a very weakened state, and as they lunge in and tear at his body,
Can I opt for non-lethal damage?
Did you instruct the wolves to attack but only wound?
Nope. Never mind.
Yeah. If you were fully controlling them versus them following your last given orders, then I would allow for it, but given that they're still going based off of previous orders, nope. He's unconscious and starting to bleed out.
Alright, I'm going to call out 10 wolves to stop attacking them.
Technically, it is Miran's turn right now.
Fair enough.
Mirren, save them. Spare the dying. Please.
I'm looking for it. It's
Please
a
tell me you have
cantrip,
it.
so
Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna run up to him and use Spare the Dying on him.
All right. You are able to stabilize him. He's still unconscious, but he's no longer bleeding out. As a flash of dull, greenish energy. Not a common color one sees amongst clerics, but it seems to fit your general ambiance. Pulses from your hand and seals up the wounds, so he's at least not losing more blood. And his breathing normalizes. And is that a bonus action for you?
Are we out of initiative?
Not
No.
yet.
Not yet? Oh, damn.
I can use it as a bonus action. You are correct.
Hmm.
And I can do it from 30 feet away.
Would you have rushed up to him, or would you have done it from a distance? I think you were.
I would have done it
closest
from
to
a
the-
distance. Because
Okay.
I feel like I'm probably halfway between both of them.
Okay,
Right?
sounds about right.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast that on him from where I was initially standing. And then I'm going to turn towards her, and I would like to roll for jeez.
What are you trying to
I am
accomplish,
trying
or...
to, because I can think of like medicine, maybe history, investigation, maybe a couple others.
You're trying
Perception.
to look at her and determine something?
Discern what is happening, or if I know of any. I probably wouldn't know anything of it, but
I would say roll me either. Are you proficient in insight?
I am proficient in insight.
Roll me an insight check to see if you can discern what is happening here.
17.
17. There is some sort of change she's undergoing, and given the dramatic change that her personality seems to be undergoing, you suspect that Tamisra's memories that she couldn't access before because of her amnesia, whatever's suppressing them seems to be giving way, and she's starting to remember who she was. Old memories are surfacing again. So whoever she was before she came to the village is starting to come through. And I believe previously you did also catch that her teeth were becoming longer and sharper.
As well as she was developing, I believe, claws was the term used.
Yes.
Okay, so since I know Spare the Dying as a bonus action and it is in cantrip, that means I can also cast a spell, right?
Yes.
I would like to cast Hold Person on her at 2nd level.
All right. So she needs to make a saving throw?
She needs to attempt to succeed a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. Let's see how she does with that. I suspect that a 7 is not going to do it.
I don't think so.
Okay. So she is currently unable to move.
Okay, so she needs to, which she didn't. She will be paralyzed for up to 1 minute with concentration. At the end of each of her turns, she can make another Wisdom saving throw. On success, it ends.
Okay. And does it say when you target a creature, or does it say what kind of creature you can target?
Choose a humanoid that you can see within range.
Okay, good to know. Yes, Ken, Tugboat, I know you guys love each other. Tone it down in the chat.
No.
I don't know why it's not going off. The server is not muted, and it's just not telling me anything.
Huh. How unfortunate. All right. Are you doing anything else with your turn?
I'm going to hold my position.
Okay.
All right. My turn,
That
right?
brings us to Thanos, yes.
Very well. All right. Let's see. What can I do? Right now we got the one girl. I'm trying to think of her name, but I can't.
Tamisra?
Tamisra. She's possibly transforming into a dragon. And magician, or the mage, is dead.
He is
Or-
unconscious but stabilized.
Yeah. And what else to do? She's stopped in place, right?
She, from what you saw, she seems locked in place. Mirren cast a spell that paralyzes a creature so that it cannot move or speak.
Or speak.
Can't speak?
I believe that
Did
is
not know.
part of paralyzed.
Huh. Didn't that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I pictured old person as kind of like arcane shackles that just kind of bind them. But yeah, if it paralyzes them, that makes sense.
I don't know. I guess I was thinking more along the lines of the Shikamaru.
Yep. A paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
No, I mean, it makes sense. I just didn't think that far ahead on the matter.
That's fair. I'm just looking it up so that... Because at 6th level, you would know what your spell does. Your
Right.
character would.
FYI, cleric, not the class of choice for someone who's learning to play the game. Just heads up, guys.
Clerics and druids are pretty rough for noobs. Spellcasting is complicated.
I freaking
Dennis, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take out my great axe and hold my attack, but move up close to me in
Okay.
case escapes.
Okay. And if that's all you're doing with your turn, then we're on to Seaward.
All right. Let's see. Oh, I'm a brown bear, huh? Or black bear. I'm a black bear. I forgot that I did that. That was a thing.
No, you're a tugboat. Sorry, had to.
Figure out what
I'll apologize, but I will not regret.
So, question from player to DM: do you think that I would be able to convey a stop attacking type message to the wolves as a bear?
I think it depends. You cast Conjure Wood. Was it Conjure Animal or?
Cast conjure animal, yeah.
All right, let me take a look at the specifics. There depends on whether you're giving the animals telepathic commands or if they follow verbal. The summoned creatures are friendly to your companions. They obey any verbal commands that you issue to them, no action required by you. If you don't issue any commands to them, they defend themselves from hostile creatures, but otherwise take no actions.
Right. That's why I was asking if you felt like I
Oh.
could convey it as a bear,
As a beast.
or if I would revert back to being sea.
I guess it depends on the complexity of what you're trying to convey.
Well, I'm thinking like not anything crazy, just like a stop attacking type deal. Just like I'm gonna go stand over the unconscious body of the wizard, and then face towards Tamisra.
I would say that is enough to communicate to the wolves to stand down, at least for the time being.
Sounds good. That is what I will do. And I will just stand my big ass black bear body over the unconscious form of the wizard and turn your face to Tamisra and just kind of be watching for what's happening. And that will be all.
Okay. So that is your turn. That brings us to Tamisra. And let's see here. So, currently paralyzed. She's breathing, but unable to speak, unable to move.
Oh, does anyone in
And-
the party know message besides myself?
Not I.
Let's see
Colton?
how this goes.
No.
Shoot.
That's gonna be, compare these two now. So hers is 7, while his is okay. It's 3. Okay. So this is where things get a little weird, spell-wise. As while not taking any physical action herself, Tamisra's body begins to contort. And you see her face begin to elongate. Her skin begins to develop these lines that almost seem to crack as scales begin to form.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Dark scales begin to cover her body. Her face elongates. Her shoulders crack as a pair of dark wings sprout from her back. And her body begins to expand. And she drops on all fours, the claws becoming longer, feet bursting through her shoes. And one of these left. Okay. I'm assuming a 10 doesn't break your spell
No.
save DC.
Nope.
For the moment, she's still held, although given your proficiency as a caster, you probably have some concerns about how long that's viable.
Okay.
The mage is unconscious. Dovahkiin, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Aurora of Protection.
Oh, Aura of Protection.
Yeah. Whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw. I guess I don't need it.
Oh, that's just your aura. That is not something you have to cast.
Oh, no?
You and any of your allies within 10 feet of you get those bonuses on saving throws.
Neat.
Okay, so this is just a passive.
It's a straight paladin feature.
Alright, so I have a terrified looking mage and a chick turning into what I can only assume is a dragon.
At this point, it's pretty clear what's happening.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't even know what to do. This is awesome. Somebody cover this man. We don't want him dying on us all of a sudden.
There's literally a bear standing over him at the moment. I
A
reiterate.
giant bear is standing directly in front of him. He's good.
I reiterate because it's theater of the mind. He can't actually see the bear standing there, and sometimes it's difficult to keep up with who's doing what. So,
And
There's just
understand
some-
what he's saying in the first place.
indeed.
Yeah. Um.
The sound of my people.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. I guess I'll just like prepare myself for an attack. Like
Your body will be
get
ready.
ready to either get knocked halfway across the room or to hit them with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with my longsword.
All right. At the moment, the wolves have received a command to stand down, but they are hearing what's going on behind them, and have kind of turned to watch the dragon. And as they haven't received any other commands, they're prepared to defend themselves, but have nothing else to do. So, Mirren, what are you doing?
Jeez. Would it be a full action to look at something that I pull out of my backpack? That'd be a full action, right?
I like to try to investigate or understand it or study it would be at least an action, yeah.
Okay. I want to quickly pull out the compass and see if it's pointing in any particular direction.
Ah, yes, the compass. Let me see here. Ba, 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 ba. Do I have it right there? Oh, but maybe in my other one. Alright, let me pull up the stats on the compass real quick. But I believe it is pointing directly at the dragon.
That's what I figured.
It's not your turn yet, Ken. Yes, that's an important thing to remember. There. There's no need for tears.
My sweet, sweet pool of
At least
lay
not
on.
until it starts hitting us.
Mm-hmm. There's no point unless they're Rapunzel tears, and then you can use them to heal your poor friends. Alright, let's
Yeah, I
see.
guess so.
Rest me, bro.
I was just gonna splash myself with some of this sweet, sweet Healy goodness, but I guess I'm not looking too bad.
You're gonna lay out that good touch?
I'm gonna lay out that good touch.
Let's see. Oh.
I wonder if my oath gives me anything cool.
You can
I
also
would
morph
say
into a dragon. What?
I might.
Nah, bruh.
He already
That's 20 through some stuff. You take on a little bit more beast-like aspects, but not full-on dragon morphing. You'd have to go full
I was
caster for
kidding.
that. Tugboat at 20th level could.
Yeah, he probably could. He's Beast Boy over there.
True polymorph.
Oh my gosh, he's also
Terrifying.
green. That's great. That's great.
That is amazing.
Okay.
I'm really more of like a teenage.
Yes. Returning to the compass question, it is like you pull it out and like when it's on its side for a moment it's spinning, but as soon as you get it level, the needle shoots to pointing directly at Tamisra.
Okay. Can I roll? I don't even know. You know, I can't even think of what I should roll for, so I'm just gonna bar that question. I Okay.
I mean, you can always ask what it is that you're trying to find out or do, and I can tell you what you would roll for.
I'm trying to think if that tells me anything besides the obvious that it's pointing at her, and it's probably magical related, because that's pretty
Have you
clear.
done any investigating of the compass previously?
I have. Yes, I have.
Mm-hmm.
I initially looked into it and saw that it wasn't pointing in a particular direction. Or it was, but it wasn't pointing north, I should say.
All right. If you want to try to really focus in, I'll let you spend an action to make an Arcana check.
I just spent an action drawing it.
Pulling it out, I would call a bonus action.
Okay.
Just to pull it out.
Arcana check, you said?
Yes.
10?
You're pretty sure you've got a magic item there, but unfortunately, enchanted navigational tools is a pretty common thing. People enchant them to do all sorts of things, whether it's to find the nearest location of water, gold, adventure, heroism, danger, the nearest source of the best pies in London, you don't know. It could be anything. It's magic. You deal mostly with your god stuff.
That's what
and
I
dead
figured.
People.
Okay.
It's not a dead person. It's not really in your wheelhouse. Gonna do anything with your movement?
I was gonna say, how far am I from her?
I think we said equidistance, so 30 feet.
Okay. How far am I from Dovahkiin?
Dovahkiin, you're standing directly over the mage.
Oh.
Yeah.
30
Okay.
feet.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna move 10 feet back.
Okay. Seaward, what are you doing? Oh, sorry, not Seaward. Thanos.
So she's partially transformed into the dragon.
Yes.
All right, I'll go for the head.
Ah!
You are you throwing a weapon or?
I'm going to attempt to chop or attack her neck, I guess, with the great axe.
We're going straight for the kill, huh?
Okay.
Oh yeah, straight for the kill.
As soon as he sees dragon, he's just gonna take the dragon out. Okay.
Okay then.
Wait.
Hmm?
Why wouldn't I? I get why. Okay.
Well, we don't really know what's happening other than she's kind of turning into a dragon, but aside from that, I mean, this is the person we brought her out into the middle of the woods to help. So I don't know. She's not a dragon yet.
Depends on what Thanos views this as. Is Thanos invested in this?
Thanos is invested in this, but the thing is though is that she's turning into a dragon and essentially like becoming feral. At least it seems like she's about to attack us, right?
And currently she's still immobilized.
I know she's immobilized.
Okay, just making sure.
There's been no indication of hostility that we've seen.
The only aggression she's shown so far has been toward the mage, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. I'll just hold my attack and wait and see what happens because it something just doesn't seem right overall, but I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, this is a rough situation. No, I get it.
It is. Yeah.
All right, Seaward, it's your turn.
All right, Seaward's inner monologue goes, "Hang on, boys." But it comes out as.
Wait. Do I speak bear?
I thought Druids.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
I thought Druids speak in common even when they were in beast form.
No, in beast form you can't speak common unless you take a specific ability or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I think there's like a potion that allows it.
House rules, whatever.
Hey, how are you? I'm a talking bear. Don't mind me.
Because my favorite thing, this podcast I would listen to, this guy would like turn into a cat and just like run around talking to random people on the street and freaking them out.
Is it sneak
Talking
attack?
horse.
Yeah, it's like really late in Sneak Attack.
I need to start watching that again.
I hear TAZ is pretty good, but moving on. So, C-word, does that you're
Rawr.
commanding the wolves to attack, it sounds like. Are you
I-
also attacking?
No, that was my inner monologue was, "Be ready, we might be fighting," but it came
Okay.
out as a growl.
Okay.
There's subtitles at the bottom of the screen.
And they just say "brr" too.
I would be like bristling and in general look like I'm ready to go, but
Mhm.
not go.
So still holding an attack.
Right.
Okay. That brings us to, at this point, the wings spread out fully and then stretch around in front of her, obscuring Tamisra from view for a moment. As that happens, you see like the tops of the shoulders continue to rise, scaly, bits of cloth falling off here and there, and then as the wings and unfurl again, there is a full dragon standing before you. Let me double check on the size here.
What color, dragon?
Jet black.
Aw. I would have been like, "Hey, what's up, girl?" if she was blue.
I'm over here not knowing the difference between all the colors, so although I know what the green ones do.
Dovin's a giant blue lizard.
It's a blue scaly boy.
No, I got that joke. I just meant in general because we were talking about colors. It's like to me they're all like they do different things, but that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, this Tamisra's new form is about 10 feet tall.
Ooh.
She is like a whole, to use mechanical terms, size above you. If you guys are all mediums, she's a large. And at that point, Mirren, you feel your spell break, as she is no
Yep.
longer a humanoid in any sense. Her eyes are focused on the body of the mage, and a deep growl comes forth. Stand aside. He's mine. And oh, I forgot that that's a thing. What was that?
I said I growled back.
Okay. Well, a moment ago, the bear's growl was rather impressive and intimidating compared to the roar that came out of that 18-year-old girl who is now a big woman. The bear's growl is not quite as impressive as it once was. And the mage is still unconscious. Dovahkiin, what are you doing?
I'm going to heal as many people as I can right now.
Okay, well, lay on hands is an action and requires the ability to touch.
Okay. How close is everybody to me?
You lay on hands, you can heal one person at a time. I
Okay.
believe you're standing next to the mage, so you're near the dire wolves and the bear.
I'm just gonna like keep staring up at this dragon, but kind of shuffle over to the bear, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you wanna you want some health back? How are you feeling?
Hit at all.
You haven't been hit at all?
As you start to move over, you notice there are no wounds visible on the bear, and you recall that since transforming into his beast form, Seaward hasn't taken any hits.
Okay, I'm just gonna like keep staring up at it, mouth agape, kind of like put my hand on my chest and heal myself.
Okay.
Like, well,
All right. You can decide how many of those hit points.
all of them.
Your sheet should tell you how many you have total. You can use up to the full amount from the pool or a portion of it if you want to save some for later.
Yeah, I have 30 available.
Okay. So how many are you using?
14.
14. Okay. You heal 14 points. You doing anything with your bonus action or your movement?
Nope. I think that should be right.
All right. That brings us to the dire wolves, who are bristling now. There's a low growl from each of them, and they share a glance and kind of glance at the bear. They seem to be ready to spring into action as soon as the command is given or an attack is made on them. They don't seem to be very excited to see a dragon here. Mirren, what are you doing?
Well, it
You
can
and
speak,
Thanos
so I
have
don't need to
the
use
same-
message. So I'm going to talk to the dragon and try to calm it down.
Okay. You and Thanos have the same initiative, so if you would like to yield your turn, if you want to go after Thanos, you can, or you can just go ahead.
What is Thanos doing again?
Dennis is not.
So far, he's been holding his
Oh,
weapon.
sorry. I misinterpreted go after him the last time you said it. It's like,
Okay.
is he running after it with an axe?
No, he's not.
I didn't notice he was being played by Ken. On this round, I'm gonna take the initiative because I really would like this situation to calm down.
Okay. What are you doing?
I would like to roll persuasion as I try to at least stall what was Tamisra, or depending on your perspective, is still Tamisra. And basically, I'm asking to try and figure out what's your beef, girl.
So are you saying something along the lines of like, hey, just tell us what's going on, we can fix this?
I just
Tell
go
us what you want.
I just go full Wisconsin. Oh, hey, wait now. Let's calm down.
Oh, Peter, let's not get to resorting to violence so soon there.
You see, over here we use our words.
Roll me persuasion.
That's a total of 8.
So it goes about as well as you've described.
Yep.
The dragon's eyes narrow, and she just says, "You don't understand what he did to me. He needs to pay."
That is what I'm trying to understand.
Excuse me. He made me small. He made me weak. And now he's going to make a fine snack. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action or your movement?
I'm probably gonna get trampled, so I'm gonna like get ready
You're
to.
about 40 feet from her right now.
Right, but I'm still probably gonna get trampled, so I'm gonna move off a little bit to the side, but not submit per se.
Okay.
That probably is enough. That's probably my whole turn conversation wise, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna do that and leave it be.
Okay, Thanos, what are you doing?
Screaming.
Leroy Jenkins!
I can if you guys want me to.
Do it.
That sounds just like it. Holy crap.
It's wonderful. So,
I'm going to attempt. No, sorry. I'm gonna pick up the mage and hold him above my head. And here you go.
so I believe you'd come up to the dragon.
Yeah, I was right
With your
next
weapon.
to.
She's
Tamisra.
60. She's 60 feet away from the mage.
Okay, then I'll start walking towards the mage.
Okay.
So you're gonna be 10 feet between. You're gonna be 10 feet away from me.
And 30 feet from the mage, if you use your regular movement, you can use your action to dash and get all the way to the mage in your turn. But you will only have a bonus action left.
Could I use my bonus action?
Yeah, but
I missed that. Say again, Colton.
Can I use my bonus to pick him up?
I would say you can't just heave him all the way up with your bonus, but you could like grab his collar and kind of like half lift his head with your bonus action.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's
I'm still on. So you're
There is still, yeah.
He's going to offer him on a silver platter.
There is still a bear standing over him, so you can like come down and kind of reach for him. But Seaward's turn is right up next, and about all you can get is like reaching for him.
Yeah, I'll just walk over instead. I'm not
Okay.
gonna dash. Yeah.
Seaward, what are you doing?
No.
So, growling bear. So that's what you say, but do you do anything? The player is allowed to use common to describe the actions.
No, I'm still. Steward's trying to figure out what exactly is going on, and if there's some way that he can rectify the situation without resorting to.
So still holding your action.
Yeah, I'm going to raise up my paw towards Thanos, though, and I want him to be aware that if he tries to grab the wizard and pull him out from under me, I will be using my reaction to claw.
Okay. Fine.
I'd say you're able to convey that feeling well enough. Which brings us to the dragon.
The cartoony, like, I put my paw up, and then my claw's gonna...
Why would I want to put my finger on his neck? Anyway. So, let's see here. Fly speed of 80 feet. So, Tamisra's wings begin to... and she lifts up into the air, and it's almost just like a flying leap before she lands directly in front of you seaward, and in front of the wolves. She bends down. Her face is almost as large as, like, in your bear form, half your body. Dark, almost like pitch black eyes stare intently at you from maybe 1 or 2 feet away. Stand aside. This is your only warning.
Oh, damn.
And as she speaks, her breath drifts across, and while it's not actually damaging, especially in your current animal state, you can taste the acid on her breath.
Acid.
Yeah.
So not fire, acid. Cool.
Oh no, not fire at all.
The more you know.
Suddenly, everything tasting like bile to her earlier that morning makes a lot more sense.
Oh.
So, Dovakin, what are you doing?
That was some planning right there. That is kudos to you.
I got bored. Dovakin, what are you doing?
Now, at this point, does he seem like a pretty decent threat to us now? Like, Dova can sense that if Seaward doesn't step out of the way, that she will bite off his little head.
Oh, it's very clear that she intends to kill anything that stands in her way.
All right, I want to use Nature's Wrath, and that just makes it so that a bunch of vines come out of the ground and pulls her down to the ground and holds her in place.
So, is there a saving throw for that then?
Yeah. It's her choice, strength or dexterity.
Okay.
And I believe she has to beat a 15. Yeah, 15.
Okay, let's see what she gets. Whew. Okay. So she's a very large creature. She looks pretty strong, but also maybe on the younger side. She's still very dexterous, even for her size. And through a combination of dodging the thicker, stronger vines and tearing away the smaller vines that reach for her, she rolled a natural 18. And deftly avoids being entrapped by your snares, but seems to consider that to be an aggressive action against her. And let's see, so we got 2 wolves, a bear, and Dovakin, you're standing right there too?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. So as she dodges, let's see, 21 to hit. Does that hit your armor class?
Yeah, just barely.
Yeah, okay. So as she dodges out of the way, she reaches out with a foreleg and her claws dig in to your side, dealing... Ooh, let's see here. 11 points of slashing damage.
Great. Perfect.
Attack on return.
Let's see. And are you doing anything with your bonus action or your movement?
Me?
Yes.
I'm. I guess I'm going to take a bonus action and use my magic weapon and make my great axe a +1.
Okay. Tugboat, would you consider that attack to be triggering for you and the wolves who've been holding your action so far?
Let's see. See, I don't really know these guys particularly well, so like, I might still be trying to figure out how to best do this because I don't know that
I could see you interpreting it as him paying for his own stupidity. That's fair.
Yeah, because like, I don't know, because I don't think that dragons are unnatural in any particular way, shape, or form. So like, I'm not necessarily going to be one to try and shove the dragon out of its lair unless it is the source of corruption. But corruption was happening. It seemed like it was happening with the dragon gone. So
Okay. Well, then, in that case, it is the dire wolves' turn. And they are looking very uncertain. The dragon is right up in their face, but hasn't technically attacked them or you yet. It attacked one of your companions, but the wolves are watching your body language the most, and since you're holding back, they're holding back for now. Mirren, what are you doing?
Okay, so she flew above me, and she over there now.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she's about 30 feet away from you right now.
how far? So is she like right on top of all of them then?
Technically, she's probably a little bit closer to 20, 25 feet away from you since she's in front of the mage and she's a large creature. So she takes up more like 10 feet instead of 5 feet.
Okay. Tugboat was kind of hard to hear. So remind me. So was Thanos able to lift up the body?
No, he
Or-
got close, and as he kind of reached, he got a warning growl and
Got
gesture
it.
from the bear that tells him that if he tries to like pull the mage out to offer it to the dragon, it's probably not going to go well.
Okay.
I'm not totally against people, but I just don't start
Say that again.
it. Nothing.
Oh, okay. I don't
I'm
know
sure
if I
someone
wanna-
else started.
I don't know if I want to waste a 3rd level spell slot on that.
You do also know that she's made it abundantly clear that anyone who stands in her way, she is going to tear to shreds.
Right. I'm trying to consider all my options because,
Yep.
I mean, what's the alternative? Like, either we start attacking her or we just let her have a nice snack. I mean, okay. So is it apparent, given her conversation, that she is a true dragon that was morphed into a human?
Yeah, given what you've seen so far, that is what you would
But
draw
we don't
as the
have
most
any.
natural conclusion.
Okay, but we don't have any understanding of a motive or anything for him doing so.
Not yet.
Quick clarification.
Yeah.
In D&D, are all dragons evil or just a few?
Racist.
Let's see.
No. I just have to ask the question because we have this situation where
So
there's this person we've been trusting turns out to be a dragon.
Colton, why
Yes.
don't you go ahead and roll me I'll allow either history or nature.
Let's see. Yeah, history. So I will roll history. God damn it. Critical 1.
You
This
forget your own
dragon
name.
looks this dragon looks kind of mean and intense,
Okay.
but you haven't met any other dragons other than the dragonborn who's in your party who's nice.
So
For the rest of you guys, metallic dragons are generally good aligned, and chromatic dragons, like black dragons, are usually evil aligned.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna just sit confused at what's going on.
Jeez. Out of curiosity, how literal is she being about eating him?
He probably really wants to eat.
What's your passive insight?
That's my mod plus 10, right?
Yeah.
Insight is a wisdom, so 14.
She seems pretty serious about definitely killing him and doesn't seem to have any qualms about devouring him. Now, given our previous conversations, whether that counts as cannibalism or not is still up for debate, but...
I haven't gotten back to that. Yeah. I got yelled at.
Technically, he's not an elf, so do you care? I think there's people in this stew. Not my people.
Not my people. I only ask because it occurred to me that I have speak with dead. It's like I'm honestly weighing. It's like we could just let her kill her, and then I could ask him after he's dead. Kind of heavy-handed, but at least we'd get an answer. I don't want to be the one to initiate attack. I am going to approach from behind, and probably that's probably all I'm gonna do.